Well, hello. Actually, let me turn this off for a bit. Hello, we we are live. Uh, the evolution of a stream. Well, I guess I called it because of the stream Eric had earlier today, and me participating in his chat went about as well as you'd expect, of course. I really should have had it queued up. Hold on a sec. Need to go. Let's go right here. Oh wait, hold on. Studio. Okay, let me get the just copy the invite. View on YouTube. All right, the link is in the chat. Start virtual camera. Okay. I don't. Sorry, I. Hey, Bond. All right, now that sorry, my streams are always awkward. I need to get Eric's stream from earlier today. Uh, Solution of a stream. Yeah, okay, let's just go here. All right, let's go to history. Yeah, I may have to go down a little bit, but because of all the things I've been watching after his stream. Okay, a little bit down. Oh, okay, here it is. Uh, like I said, hello, Bond. Thanks for joining this stream. And yeah, if this is annoying, I can always turn it off. I just like the virtual camera. Uh, where is it? Where the fuck? I thought I opened it. Fuck it. Yeah, I think I need to close some shit. Okay, close this. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Fellowship. But of course, it's somewhere I can't fucking get it. Okay, you know what? Let's close this. I think I saved this. Wait, if not, let me get out of here. Uh, let me close this. Let's close this. This is annoying. Yeah, well, I'm the one who's doing the stream, so of course I'm annoying myself. Let's go over here. Present. Now, like I said earlier today, Eric had a stream called Fellowship, open mic. The heavens declare the glory of God. And spoilers, he says that dark matter and dark energy are basically God. They're evidence for God's existence. I'm like, okay. Zero comments. It's too bad. It's too bad. It's too bad the chat isn't here yet. I don't understand why it takes so long for YouTube videos to generate the chat after it's done. I don't know. Fuck, that's loud.
Hello, good morning. God bless you. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. I'm sure it's one of those somewhere. It is 10:02 a.m. and I don't do many morning broadcasts, but I'm glad to do one this
All right, you
How
know
are
what?
you?
Let's just skip to this. To what he talks about.
A lot of people don't know this, but our current model, a lot of people don't know this, but our current model of the universe, our current most popular model of the universe, let me put it that way, because there are many models of the universe.
Possible models of the expanding. Okay, hold on. Possible. I need to. Possible model of the expanding universe. Decelerating universes. Coasting universe. Accelerating universe. A decelerating universe reaches its current size in the least amount of time. The universe could eventually contract and collapse into a big crunch or expand indefinitely. A costing universe center is older than a decelerating universe because it takes more time to reach its present size and expands forever. An accelerating universe, right, is older still. The rate of expansion is actually increases because of a repulsive force that pushes gravity apart. Okay, so we have an accelerating universe because it pushes galaxies apart. A lot of galaxies are moving away from us. Of course there does seem to be some galaxies that seem to be coming towards us, which is it's kind of weird. I don't know like everything about it. I don't know anything. I know very little. Right? I haven't really looked into this stuff in a while. So I'm bound to get some things wrong, and I actually admit it. Unlike Eric here, who says, "Oh, no, 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 no. What you guys say is wrong. It's not real science, right? It's not the scientific method. So you atheists will never admit it. You're not humble." Meanwhile, he's like, "Oh, I'm humble." Like maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but uh, I really wish I had other people in here to bounce off of. But I mean, I probably should do my own streams once in a while to where I can actually practice saying stuff. Oh wow, Midnight, you're so articulate. But anyway, da, 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 da.
But the model that receives all the funding for like the background radiation experiments and the experiments that we see being done at CERN and etc. The model that receives all of this funding goes back many decades to the original Big Bang Theory. And a lot of people don't realize this, but our current most popular model of the universe, the one that does receive all this money for all this funding, is built on three failed theories.
If they failed, oh my fucking god. I need to take a break for a second because okay, if these three theories are failed, then how I, I don't even know where the hell to go. Oh, okay, we have people in here. I am listening. The thing is, Eric doesn't know enough to really comment on any of this. In my opinion, he's right. Why? Plus, he probably has incorrect information or something tidbit that's horribly outdated, terribly outdated. Yes. Let's see what he says, shall we?
And it's rescued by a godlike force. What? Can this be real? It's absolutely true, my friend.
It's absolutely true, my friend. Three failed, three failed theories. Okay, that are saved by a godlike force. What the fuck?
You see, this goes back to a time when Mr. Hubble, I believe it was, noticed something that he called red shifting. And the signals
Astronomers use redshifts to measure how the universe is expanding and thus to determine the distance to our universe's most distant and therefore oldest objects. What is a redshift? It's often it's often compared to the high-pitched whine of an ambulance siren coming at you, which drops in pitch as the ambulance moves past you and then away from you. That the change in the sound of an ambulance is due to what's called the Doppler effect. It's good comparison because both sound and light travel in waves, which are affected by their movement through air and space. Okay, so let's see. Is anyone backstage? Well, no. I will probably hear. Uh, yes, the second is also probably Dregs. Okay. Now he's gonna say that Redshift, that Redshift is a failed theory. All right, but what is presenting literally. Oh my god! Oh my god! Somebody kill me! Uh, Man, isn't that smart? It's only theories. But even the source he's showing proves him wrong because it gives an example. It gives an example of redshifting, right? Like how many times throughout the day, do you hear police sirens or ambulance sirens going by, and you know they begin really soft, but as they go by they get louder. You know what I mean? Well, not soft. They begin really low where you can't really hear them that well, but then as they go by, they get loud, but they uh I'm trying to talk here. The Doppler effect disagrees with Eric, but he's too fucking stupid to realize that. Hang on. The universe extends beyond the mind of man. Wow. The universe extends beyond the mind of man and is more complex than man could ever imagine or understand. and yet humanity as a whole understands a lot about the universe. There's a lot we don't know still, obviously, but it doesn't mean we're completely ignorant of how the universe works. I mean, this is just dumb.
Coming back from his radio telescope, and he interpreted this, or some people.
Also, why is he playing music when he's talking? Like, okay, you're talking about something, yet you're gonna play music over what you're talking about. Are you trying to hypnotize the audience? I don't know. Like, what the fuck? Uh, Eric is gay. I shitted out the. Okay, hold on. I okay, Ginger. I what?
Interpreted this as indicative of an expanding universe, meaning that they didn't think that this was evidence of a static universe. It looked like this universe had a beginning. Now, this inevitably led to what we call the theory of the Big Bang. As a
It's actually known as the inflation theory. The Big Bang is just a would you call it a misnomer? Anyways, the Big Bang is just a term that we give it, but it's actually inflation theory. And it's interestingly enough that it was actually an atheist that was against it in the first place. He's like he's like, oh, the universe has a beginning, therefore it proves God. And he was so against it. Like he said, the Big Bang, is a how do I say how do he said it poorly. He said it as a way to mock it, as the way to mock the theory. So yeah, there's that. Ginger, what? There's trolling, and then there's whatever the fuck Ginger is doing. Ugh.
became known colloquially, and if memory serves me right, this was even thought up by a theist. He thought that this was evidence that the universe.
I really, really hate this view. This. Okay, tonight does not seem a good night for me to talk because I cannot. Uh, Let me just get through it. Well, yeah, it's not an explosion in the traditional sense.
Verse began as a singularity, as small pinpoint of something, and something happened and just caused it to explode into what we know now as the universe, or something along this line.
Okay, this is interesting. He's actually showing. This is interesting. He's actually showing what like one of the hypotheses that I've come across in recent years, to where they say our universe is actually inside the event horizon of of a fifth dimensional black hole, and it even shows here. Okay, black hole, event horizon. Okay, singularity, event horizon, white hole. So it is interesting. It is interesting that he's actually showing this. Without realizing that that he's showing that our universe could be part of the event horizon of a black hole. It's not just a single linear cycle; it's clusters like bubbles, soap.
Now, this became a really, really popular idea very quickly. But also, it had its problems and it had its detractors. Even though, to many people, though, this was an open and shut case, many people began to believe you don't need God for a beginning.
That's because you really don't.
Serious astronomers and mathematicians.
That leaves two options. Either the universe does have curvature, but has expanded so much since the big. Okay, hold on. There's somebody who wants to come in. Thank you for coming in and saving me.
Hello.
Hello. Uh,
Eric's got all this figured out, don't worry. When you bring up facts like you do, he just says, well, sound and light just don't exist.
okay, if he ever says that or said that, then I give up.
Well, he might as well. As stupid as the crap that he says, he might as well just be denying the most obvious facts of reality.
Yes. Hello.
I mean, I just make shit up. I'm not going off of anyone's science. Hello. You guys
There
can
you
hear me?
go.
Yep, we
Very
can hear you.
well.
But Christians believe that God created this entire universe. Okay, well, what are they gonna say when we're gonna? What are they going to say when we find out there exists other universes, a
Well,
multiverse, if you will?
they're going to claim he did it all.
I mean, according to Christians and what seems to be important to their story, the only thing that is important are like the earth, the moon, and the sun. Like those really are the only elements that are important to the story. Like we can talk about the heavens, but they don't get specific at all. So, the whole story takes place on Earth, one singular speck in the universe. And even calling it, like I've said in the chat, calling it universe seems funny to me because uni is like one.
Well, yeah, I agree with you, but if there are multiple universes and you're trying to differentiate from them, you would say
Mhm.
well, I mean, I guess you could say universe 150, then universe 256.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I even who says pork? What the fuck?
Me.
Say what?
That was me. It isn't letting me switch to my avatar to speak as myself. So
okay, that's
yeah, poor kitty.
yeah,
That's a Kittler. Cat that looks like
It is. It's a Kittler.
yeah. Okay, would you
There's
want to
a-
change it to something else? I'm
There's
already
a there's
associated with being
a
Nazis.
there's a
I just thought
website
it was
dedicated.
hilarious.
There's a
Okay.
website dedicated to cats that look like Hitler.
And that's his natural fur. That's not photoshopped or anything.
I know.
He just happens to have weird
we
fur.
found Hitler's reincarnation. That cat, that good as suspect.
Okay, there's another cute avatar.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. It was just like, but no. I mean, to me, it always makes sense that other universes would exist, right? Would exist. Like there are other stars, there are other planets, there are other galaxies. Why wouldn't there be other universes? Why would the pattern suddenly stop?
Yeah.
Stop. You know?
Yeah. I like that, you know, for the longest time, I had just this big roadblock when it came to thinking about the Big Bang, because to me, like, at first it seemed like, oh, okay, sure, like there's this nothing state, and then somehow an explosion happened where all of this matter just popped into existence, and I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't make any sense. Like, this is me as like a kid thinking about this, you know.
Yeah.
And so, like, the closest thing that I could get to at first was the model of like a cyclical breathing or breath. When I thought about
Mhm.
the expansion of the universe, I'm like, okay, well, maybe it happens in a cycle that's like an oscillation, you know,
I
the
thought that
singular
too.
oscillation going back and forth or whatever. And then I thought, but why just one? Like, why, how is, like, I still don't think that's the way, like one thing oscillating. I think that it's like
Just
a
like there are many soap
multitude.
bubbles, there are also many universe bubbles. They, you know, they sometimes
Yes.
they can actually interact, but
Mhm.
you wouldn't like we wouldn't know it, right? Here on Earth,
Right.
we wouldn't really know whether those bubbles interact. And although I do remember that there is this section of space that is literally empty. There is nothing there, no stars and no galaxies. I forget what it's called, but that always fascinated me. Like, wait a minute, why is there nothing there?
Well, or is it just like, is it truly nothing? Are they really, really seeing a 100% data free zone where they're getting absolutely zero? Or are we just not sensitive enough to detect it? Like, our instruments
Or
just not good enough yet?
I just thought about, or that entire section could just be purely dark matter, because I did read that they did the. I remember coming across them actually finding dark matter galaxies composed entirely of dark matter, which is fascinating when you think
And
about it.
that's very interesting. It's almost like in another dimension,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. But you got this motherfucker over here saying, "Oh, dark matter and dark energy are God." They
Yeah, it's
have
not.
to be. They're expanding the universe. Like what the
What
fuck?
else could it be? That's his argument. Well, what else could it
Yes.
be?
All it is like dust. Just it's like a haze that keeps us from seeing light. That's it. It's nothing all this special.
But wait, though, is that really, is that what he's saying, or is that what you're saying?
No, that's what my understanding of science is the dark matter is just stuff that doesn't emit light. That's
It
it.
either does,
Yeah.
okay,
But it
so it
has
doesn't,
gravitational influence though.
so it doesn't emit light on its own. Does it
And
affect the light
I
emitting
think
Well,
things around it?
I think it stops light too.
Hmm.
I think it emits light, but we can't see it.
It's
Right?
No,
like
because if
it's
we could
not.
see it, if we
We
could
could
see it
see
in any
all the spectrum,
spectrum,
right? Yeah.
yeah, if we could see any of this, anything, you guys got me all tongue twisted. But yeah,
I'm
if it
sorry.
gave off in any part of the spectrum, then
We could
it
measure
wouldn't be
it.
dark matter. Exactly,
Yeah.
we'd be able to see it. But it's because it gives off nothing.
Or
But
maybe it
it's
gives
not
off some kind of
transparent either.
negative. Is it possible it gives off some kind of negative light?
No,
No?
no.
There is
Okay.
such a thing as a dark
If it
photon that they are looking into that could be related to dark matter. A dark
but
photon.
if it gave off negative energy or light, then there would be an interference pattern. This is just
Okay.
like a roadblock. Just if light goes into it from the other side, it doesn't come back out.
It sounds
So
almost like a
that's
black hole the way you're describing it. I mean,
except a black hole like curves it because of its huge mass. This is more like just imagine the dust that accumulates on the front of your TV, and you know how it
mhm,
gets like
mhm.
dimmer and more
Right.
blurry. It's
Yep.
like that. That's all the dark matter is.
Okay. So it's like when the atmosphere interferes with us seeing a sunset.
Kind of, yeah.
Yes, I know, Sam, that cannot be detected. That is literally the definition. But they are looking into dark photons, and they can find dark photons. Maybe those, maybe those are. You know what? Never mind.
That's just such a weird thought. Dark light.
Yeah, dark photon. It's.
I've heard fantasy stories about that, but I didn't know it was science.
I've never heard that at all. I don't know what that is.
I mean, there's a lot. There is a lot of out there that they're looking that they're looking into that the people that we don't even we're not
You
even
know,
aware of. So.
I appreciate like that we are looking out and trying to learn like what's beyond our world and all that, but I really feel like, you know, we have like the first duty to explore and completely understand like our world and fully utilize it like to the best of our abilities, and that's just not where our resources are going.
Well, yeah, we need to become a type 1 civilization, not a type 0.5 civilization.
Yeah, like we need to have a lot of people looking down and not up, you know, like down at the earth and down at what we can do with our
Yep.
immediate resources and situation, and you know. But anyway, that could turn this conversation to a whole different direction. But I don't know, what do you think of the whole idea of like, because this is like I always think about this, like, okay, so black holes, they pull in matter, right? They pull in all kinds of like actual material.
Yes.
Where does it go? Where does it go? Like, does it go to
Kind
another
of.
universe? Where does it go?
No, it spreads out along its horizon on a membrane.
Are we sure
Well,
about that?
I mean, if
That's what the latest. Yeah, that's what the latest.
Well, as I
Thank
mentioned before, there are hypotheses out there that that the energy that goes into that goes into a black hole actually creates creates a mini universe. God damn it, I can't speak. A mini universe in there.
Mhm.
Even Stephen Hawking actually talked about baby universes. I still gotta finish reading his memoirs. His book that he wrote about that. But yeah, I don't know. To me, obviously, they still need to figure out whether that's true. But to me, it kind of makes sense, right? That that we would be inside the event horizon of a black hole from another universe.
How big is this membrane? We call it a
I-
membrane, but it could be something that is gigantic, right? And we see it.
Well,
as
we can see
something-
where it's at. It's wherever the light like stops coming from.
I think
'Cause
I
there's a
mentioned
huge-
membrane.
Yeah,
I said
you
event
have.
horizon. Did
Yeah,
I?
you said no, I said membrane. You said event horizon. But
Oh.
it's the same. It's like the outer skin, and we see a really brilliant flash of light as right as it's about to touch it, and then it just disappears. So that's how we know where it's at.
Okay, so it spreads out over this membrane, and then like what happens? Does it just dissipate? Does it collect somewhere? Does it?
There's some thoughts that it just stops being time. It like smears across time instead of across
This
space.
is actual matter, right? Like elements.
Yeah.
And okay, so
Yeah.
so how does it stop being active in time? Like, to me, time, like I was thinking about this today, like time depends a little bit on movement, don't you think?
Right, sure.
But I don't think that just because a thing stops moving, it stops being affected by time. Like everything would have
Well,
to
think
stop.
about it the other way around. Think if time stops, then
Mhm.
how would you measure motion? There would be no apparent motion.
But that's just the
And
thing. Like
that's what they're conjecturing.
it seems like all motion would have to stop, though, right?
Yes, it does. In that zone, all motion stops. That's why
So
they
it
call
just
it
kind of
spaghettification.
becomes sort of frozen in that state,
Yeah.
and then it's never reutilized for anything. Like,
Well, that's
I find
what
it
we're
hard to
not
believe.
sure about. We're not
Yeah,
sure.
I would
Some
like
people
to
think
think.
Some
Yeah, go
people
ahead.
think that it's Hawking radiation. Other people say, well, maybe all the matter is just condensed into an enormous neutron. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, we don't really know because we don't have any way to directly observe. We just have ways to indirectly.
Have we ever recorded anything that looks like we would imagine the Big Bang to look, but in some other echo? Is there only evidence of the one that we can measure, or is it inconclusive? Or have we seen anything, any evidence of like another explosion of a similar kind at any point in time? Since I guess we haven't been
Explosion of
measuring
what?
long enough. Like an explosion of the type that would create a universe, another explosion, a different, like
No.
an older one.
No, we haven't
Okay,
seen anything
we-
directly.
But we definitely know that all the evidence that we think we have is from a singular thing, a singular event.
Well, no, there's actually,
Okay.
and I agree that there are probably several, and that they
Mhm.
merged, like the soap bubbles merging. And as
Okay.
they merged, they may have had different properties that the initial one, maybe the initial one only had, length and nothing else. Then another one had
Mhm.
width, and then the third one had time, and then the
Right.
fourth one had the height.
You know how the walls between suds pop sometimes and make a bigger bubble?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Hillary, would you mind doing me a favor?
Uh-huh.
Would you mind telling Sam that that's you who wrote that and not me?
I did. That's why I put HE after it.
Okay. Just
So
wanted to make
he'll
sure he
know.
doesn't get confused.
I'm sure he gets confused very easily.
Well, you don't have to do science to you could be a science researcher, I suppose. I don't know if I'd call anyone who studies or is expert in
I mean, I
science
do.
a
I honestly,
scientist, but
I honestly do wonder what he's doing here, and I guess he's bored and has nothing better to do.
Yeah. Well,
you
he's,
guys
he's
know scientist Sam?
Yes,
Yes, we
yeah,
do.
I know him
Okay.
intimately.
and
Okay,
and
that
he
came out
Intimately.
know
wrong.
him intimately.
Okay.
That's right. Forgot
That
about
came
that.
out.
I want
That came out
pictures.
so
Oh
wrong.
wait, maybe I don't. I don't know. I just want proof. Let's have proof.
I want pictures of his face during, like, ah. But no, he said before that he's mainly an administrator. He doesn't actually perform the experiments to do data entry.
That's cool. I mean, did you know that there are people out there that are called science communicators?
Yes.
And they're basically like people that will take like a complex, scientific
Technical.
idea, yeah, that's very technical, and sort
Mhm.
of like, put it in layman's terms, make analogies about it and stuff, and make it like understandable, digestible by someone who isn't a scientist.
Well, some of them even just take it and change it from specialist way of speaking to a way that other scientists and other specialties can understand it, even though the lay
That
people
too.
still can't.
Clearly,
Kind of like
well,
tech writing. I
well,
guess.
Yeah,
clearly,
exactly.
Yeah.
and
That's what I was
guess
thinking
who
of.
showed up? Hillary Steve.
Oh. Did we
What's up,
summon
man?
him?
Who's shutting up?
No, no. Guess who showed up? Not shutting up.
Oh, okay. Cool. Hello. We should have a scientist on staff at all times to call the bullshit of like when people are
Well,
talking.
it's not my. This is not.
No, I know,
my
I'm just joking.
expertise
Yeah.
by any means. So, I would
Well,
recommend.
I
anyone
cooked a
look
pizza
into
today, so I'm a scientist. I'm
There
a
we go.
chemist. I'm a chemist.
Perfect.
Practical chemist.
You're the new staff scientist, all right?
Oh.
Right.
Granted it to you.
I just wanted to review a moron's fucking video, and we're doing this. Okay.
You know what? Every time Eric's voice comes on, it's just my instinct to want to do something to stop it.
Well,
from
I tell you
happening.
what. I tell you what. I tell you what, Helsing. For you, for you, we'll stop. There you go.
Well, I don't know. I mean, do you guys want to hear his prattlings?
No, he's so full of shit.
I mean, at the end, I'm just going to be like, okay, he doesn't know what he's talking about. That'll be my final, no matter what he says, I hate to say it, but I have that much prejudice against his ideas that no matter what he says, I will think that he doesn't know what he's talking about.
I
If we were in
stutter
a
and I make more
hurricane-
sense than he does.
If we
I
were in a hurricane and he said it was raining outside, I'd go outside because I'd be convinced we were in the eye of the storm.
Yeah. What are you talking about? It's not raining. Wait, I don't see anything. Okay, so I mean, I know I put the link out so anyone can join, but why are you here?
I don't know. Just decided to join.
Do we all have to say why we're here?
No.
Are you gonna go around the room?
I mean, unless
Okay.
there's a specific reason why
That's a big
I
one.
should be here, but no. I mean, obviously, caught the somewhat funny joke by Hillary's emails about what I do, just out of respect, like, because I have had people go after like previous when I was a graduate student at my first graduate institution. I had people like try to kind of go at me over that, and so I keep things fairly vague. So I just prefer that people don't talk about what I do unless they actually have a good idea. It's just a personal preference based on the past. I hope you would understand.
We know why Ginger's
Okay.
here. He's here to flirt. And that's why I'm here also, by the way, Midnight. I'm here because That
I'm
was my
just
reason
here
for
because
coming in.
I'm just here because I'm apparently a racist. You know,
What did you do now, Quentin?
I'm
You
friends with
talking about
somebody
black
that
holes
talk.
again?
No, I'm friends with somebody that talks shit on the internet. Therefore, I'm a racist.
I feel like there's
Oh.
definitely more to that. than-
No,
what did
he's
you
just.
say? What did you do? Next.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
we
What
know.
actually happened?
I could even name the person he's talking about just by being cordial with him. You know, people kind of give him flack.
Because I'm friends with Will Kincaid. Apparently, I'm a
Yep.
homophobic racist. That's non-binary and fucking hates the human species as a
Homophobic,
whole.
but
Yeah,
I
you
know
know.
what you do. That can't.
I mean,
be
I think Will
accurate.
Kincaid is just kind of a scummy dude, but like I don't think that makes you a racist.
Oh,
No,
think
I
he
know.
just wants attention.
But it's not like someone's in the chat saying it's a factual statement, but because I'm friends with somebody that stuck by my side through a meth addiction, who happens to have scuffed ass opinions, that I too, because I'm friends with him, have those opinions. So
Hey Ox, the link is pinned if you want to come in and face your accuser.
but I also made it all about me, like he said, so I'm just gonna mute again.
Sorry, I just wanted to say that. Face your accuser.
And Midnight, on that earlier note, I do not sequence DNA with Python. I know you've said that multiple times, but no, never.
Sounds
done.
really cool though for him to say that. Sounds awesome.
It sounds cool, but you would never be able to terminate the code on a sequencer if you were writing it in Python. I actually don't know what they write.
How many people out of the population is going to know that? Nobody. You could say
No-
it. Sounds really
Nobody but probably the other however many PhDs.
I don't think
In
I
my area.
mentioned it. I don't think
Several
I-
hundred, couple thousand, maybe.
I don't think I
Maybe.
mentioned it in this stream.
I'm just giving you shit, Midnight.
Yeah, well.
Apparently, I'm not worth his time, so he's not gonna come in here. He's never gonna actually address me without talking shit in the side
can I
chat.
ask?
So
Wait, who?
I asked Quentin, like,
Ox.
why is it such a sore point for you being friends with this person? Like, if hypothetically, if it's causing you more harm than good,
it's not a
then
sore point.
drop
Ox just
them.
takes. It's not a sore point. Ox just takes every second of the time that I even show up in a side chat to call me a racist or this and that, and then literally
Say
he's the one that
yes.
brought.
You say yes and move on. Jesus.
No, but the funny thing is that he's the one that brought it up and then literally typed in Ginger, stick to the topic of panel if you're going to waste the space. Other than that, you've got nothing I want or need to hear. I didn't even bring this up. Like, he brought it up to me, calling me a racist in the side chat. Or, well, no, he asked me if I was still friends with Will. I said yes, because, one, I've publicly and privately told him I don't agree with any of the things that he says like that. So I've done what I could do, but when someone sticks by you through not only a meth addiction, but through like multiple suicide attempts, you're not going to break that friendship with somebody. I'm sorry, but you're not going to.
I'm going to make a joke here, so I'm going to preface that just so everybody knows. Now, I had heard that your black boyfriend called you a racist homophobe. Is that true?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was
Okay.
fucking him in his ass.
All right. And we're talking about Jill, so everybody knows.
Huh.
Yeah.
I was
I didn't
looking
give him a
for
reach around.
I was
Yeah.
trying to find what software sequencing reads are inferred by, and I found a paper that was lead authored by a guy in my thesis committee.
Gee
Interesting.
whiz. I would love to live in the world of academia.
No, you wouldn't. Trust me. you
Why
wouldn't.
not?
Well,
Because you work for essentially slave wages while you do the engine of the work, whereas the only people who get paid like a decent amount are either incredibly overworked assistant professors trying to get a tenure spot or a tenured professor who likely treats those very same graduate students and postdoctoral scholars like shit.
Well,
at
do
least
you
in my
work-
area.
well, do you work for slave wages?
No, I don't work in academia.
Okay, take yourself off.
I have to say, I guess I'm gonna decide against that whole career move.
I think if you really love doing research, and you really value academic freedom, I would recommend academia. But if that is not something that you are willing to forego hundreds of thousands of dollars, potentially millions of dollars, in lost wages and have an easier lifestyle in terms of work hours, I would not recommend it.
So I do have a quick question for you, Sam. Why? Maybe this is just me, but why does BioPython exist if people don't? You don't usually use Python to sequence DNA.
Because you'd never use because BioPython doesn't sequence DNA.
Well, I mean, it reads it. It reads the files of the DNA sequenced.
No, it doesn't. Like I'm just telling you as a point of fact, it does not.
I would never venture to speak about DNA sequencing.
Like as far as I know, it doesn't read BCL files. Do you know what a BCL file is? Midnight.
No.
Okay.
I do know. I do not
Then
have
why
your
are you?
own life exception. Go ahead.
Then I would suggest, like, so first off, sequencing is a chemical reaction, right? It's a chemical reaction that then is detected by some sort of sequencing machine. I'm not like there's various methods, look them up. But no, like software isn't doing the sequencing. What software can do is it does what's called base calls. So a BCL file is literally a base call file. And as it stands, depending on, now this depends on the sequencing technology, you would use a base call demultiplexing technology. You can go into greater depth on that, but that's not, point being, that's not a Python file generally.
Hey, Doubting Thomas. You sexy man.
Greetings, Q.
How you been, man?
Okay.
It's been a minute.
Good.
Apparently, it sequences alignment.
What's this?
Yeah, BioPython apparently does sequence alignment, protein structure, population genetics, phylogenetics, and sequence motifs.
Not some of those, not particularly well. I would never use it for sequence alignment. Unless this, I'm looking at BioAlign. Is a new multiple sequence alignment. Oh, yeah, for trivial operations, it's probably fine, but you're better off doing BLAST.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like BioPython is not hugely used these days. At least, like, I don't have a practical use for it, and I would gladly say that I'm an expert on next generation sequencing technology.
That's good to know. So, Thomas, how's your day been?
Good. Busy. Got some
wonderful to hear. It's wonderful to hear.
Fuck. Yeah. 29th day without a cigarette.
Woohoo!
Fucking A. Fucking ridiculous.
How many cigarettes are you on now, DT?
0.
Yeah, you just said without.
Oh, I thought you said
days.
you had your 28. I thought you said you had 28. I was like, Jesus, that's a lot.
These long strips till you're done.
Oh no, but I could smoke 28.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for sticking it.
Most of the smokes here in Canada are a little bit shorter.
Hey man, you're almost 30 days, which is the hardest part.
Before you
Fucking A.
Keep it up, man. I'm proud of you.
Thanks. I think my marijuana intake has gone up a little bit, though.
Yeah, it tends to happen whenever you're kicking nicotine addictions, though.
Yeah, trade one for the other. Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah. Why not? I'm making an attempt at the beginning of next year to completely quit nicotine.
Good luck. Nicotine's a motherfucker, man. Worst one. Worst drug I've ever had to fucking deal with.
I don't know. I think meth was the worst one that I've had to kick. So, you know.
Nah, I don't know.
There's the pin.
But I've worked myself down pretty well. I haven't smoked a cigarette in about 2 weeks, and I'm only on a 3 nicotine vape juice.
Put it up here on the table.
So
that takes the weight off of it.
Wait,
Okay.
I have a couple pieces of gum a day, nicotine gum, whenever I get the urge.
does it help?
Way to fix it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah. So, what's going on, Midnight? You beautiful bisexual bastard.
Nothing much. We were having, I was gonna review Eric's video, but I'm like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. There's not really no point.
Was that was about the unrepentant, that one?
No, it was him talking about the Big Bang and how and how Redshift. There were three theories that that failed, and Redshift was one of them. I don't know the other two. Doesn't really matter. The guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about at the end of the day.
Oh, Redshift failed. I hadn't heard that.
Apparently, all the meteorologists are all wrong.
Yep.
Oh well. If they have to be wrong to make God right, then they're fucking wrong.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Can I just go on a rant really quick that I really hate installing packages on
Your
Python
channel,
at
your rant.
times? But no, that was it. Just using pip or some other way to install them is fucking annoying.
It's pretty easy. You just do pip install package.
But yeah, but then then you wind up installing the wrong package. It tells you, this package can't be installed because of these error messages, and you're like, okay, well, guess I can't use this one.
I mean, there's usually ways around it. You have to be patient. Part of being a computer scientist is being able to work around those things, or being a programmer as well.
Helps when you're a plumber too.
Like I would say, I would say Python's much easier to manage than, let's say, R, which is the other common language in my field, and way easier than debugging Nextflow, which is becoming a standard for workflows.
What is Nextflow?
It's a Groovy-based workflow-directed language. Or I guess it would be called a DSL, is what is it? DSL language. What is the acronym? Domain-specific language. Yeah.
Maybe I should learn some of this stuff. It might make what I'm doing a little easier.
Oh no, because a lot of the stuff that I do is pretty rarefied to a certain flavor of scientific computing.
Okay. Well, never mind. I won't waste my time trying to put two brain cells together.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're doing, Q. What are you?
Right now, I'm working on I'm trying to start my own music production studio, like my own programming. So that way, me and my friends can use it for free, and then I can sell it.
So, what you're trying to create an app that produces music?
Well, not really an app, but more like a program.
That's
like it's not going to be mobile. Yes, let's laugh at the person that doesn't know as much as anybody else in the room.
No, it's never mind.
Don't worry, Quentin. Like, Midnight doesn't know that much about programming, so him getting frustrated with you is not very meaningful.
I don't need to be about it. With the exception of a few things, I think anybody getting frustrated me over that kind of shit's unmeaningful anyway.
That is also fair. Although, like, I don't know enough meth jokes, but I would make a meth joke right there.
That's
let you
fine.
know.
Go
I
for
just
it. I
don't
do it
know
all the
many.
time.
Really frustrated.
I don't run in circles where non-gay people do meth. So I don't know. I only
Well, I'm
know
not
so
not
I don't
gay
know
per
any
se.
of. Well, no, like what I'm saying is like the only people I know who have done meth are gay people.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
But that has more to do with a certain type of social circle.
Mm-hmm.
I did it, and then I didn't. I've been a year off of it, so you know,
That'd be cool.
Hey, congrats.
I can make I can make the jokes about it all I want now.
Were you
Apparently.
gay when you were doing it?
Nah, I was pretty non-sexual, to be honest with you. I was mostly just doing it, cleaning my house, and then playing Call of Duty for like 8 hours.
Yay! The homosexual is here.
Which one? I thought you were here already.
No, the
Exactly.
other homosexual.
The
I thought Quentin is already here.
The other
Joe
other.
came out?
Quentin is non-sexual.
Yep.
That's their plan to turn everyone into one. That's their
Oh
plan.
yes, yes, yes.
I don't think I can.
The
I don't
gay
think I can.
laser. The gay
I don't think I
laser.
can. I don't think I can turn anyone non-sexual,
Biden-
Jill. I don't think that's possible.
Biden was just talking about that plan to turn everyone gay.
No, Biden, he likes kids.
Well, he likes gay people too.
Yeah.
Well, Midnight,
Well,
you
yeah,
have fun with
it's-
Jill in here. I am not. No offense, Jill. Just don't find you as entertaining as I used to. So, I will. Catch
Yeah,
you
save your
all
brain
later.
cells, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
So anyway, Jill, why are you here?
I don't know.
Did the Seahawks win
I
today?
click
Seahawks
on the
played today.
link. What are you guys talking about? Nothing.
Butt sex.
Yeah.
That's
Lots
usual.
and lots of butt sex.
Nothing.
How to do it safely and naturally. Like God intended.
What is that? What is your avatar?
Butt sex.
Goddess. What is that? Is that a demon? What is that? Oh, scientist Sam ran from Jill. Huh? What a coward.
I don't think it was raining.
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah,
more
he
of a
ran.
slow walk away.
Yeah. Slow walk away. Yeah.
He knows when he's out.
This is gonna be terrible of me to say, but I prefer Jill over Sam.
I don't find you entertaining anymore.
You take that back.
Oh gosh.
I mean, I'm not gonna take that back.
I mean, Jill,
it
you
back.
are about as entertaining as a 3-year-old throwing a tantrum when they don't get their way.
Huh? Dude, you just graduated college.
I didn't go to college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because graduating college is so important and it actually determines your success in life.
Gynecology.
I'm here to answer your questions about the Bible since you'll never learn how to read it for yourself.
None of us
Right
have
on.
questions.
Why would
bro.
it have to?
questions-
It interprets itself. It
what
already
questions in
interpreted
the
itself
Bible-
for me.
What
But you still
questions
have
in
to
the
know how to
Bible-
read.
Carry on.
What questions of the Bible are you here to answer that we never asked?
All of them. Every single last one of them.
Wow.
Leaving you without excuse.
Right on. Thank you.
So when you stand before our Lord, you can't say, "Oh, nobody taught me. Oh, my dad
Yeah.
failed me." Oh,
Right on. God, the glee in your voice when you talk about shit like that is just
Biden.
so telling.
Oh, well, Biden said that it was
Awesome.
okay to molest my daughter. Oh, well.
Mm.
No excuses. You don't have any excuses.
Yeah. Right on. Thanks for spreading the good word.
All a day's work.
Yeah, you'll be all right. You'll look good in God's eyes. for sure.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go take a drill real quick. I'll be back.
Okay, be sure to flush. Flush twice.
Don't forget to wipe your rebuke and reproof.
Make sure you go to the clinic every month. We don't want to hurt innocent women and children.
No, wouldn't want to do that. You have to leave that for God. Are there really any innocent women and children, though? Really?
Compared to you, yes. Compared to God, no.
Wow, cryptic answer.
That's because it's a biblical answer.
Wow, no wonder
Yeah.
it's confusing.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, it is confusing for those
Hello.
who are perishing.
So hey, sir, are you here for Jill?
No, I was just sitting down.
Are you a man?
Yeah. Hey, Jill, are you a man?
Hello, service.
Hello. But was it this quiet before I came in?
It was
I know.
Yeah, they weren't.
Kind of, but it was kind of at a lull. Oh, we were talking about butt sex, and then
Midnight.
Jill came in.
Just start streams and then to talk about nothing. That's
Oh,
really
like
the
your
state of
streams.
things.
Midnight was doing
Like your
great until
streams
all
then.
these.
And what do you start streams to do? Solve the fucking world's problems?
That's really the state
Spread
of
the good word.
ignorance and nothing.
Right on.
Hillary was
And
saying.
yet you're here, huh? Wow.
Yeah, Midnight was doing a
Who's
good
the
job
dumb
until
fuck?
everybody started joining. Midnight did a good job until everybody started joining, and then we just totally derailed him.
Eh.
Meh.
It keeps me from being self-conscious of my voice.
Huh? So, what's Israel's plan? What's the latest on that? They strike back yet?
Oh, they've been striking back since like when it first happened.
Oh, okay, good. Any damage to any damage to the dome yet?
No.
So is Hamas a terrorist organization or are they a country? I never heard of Hamas.
Yeah, Hamas.
No, they're a
definitely
club.
is.
What, a terrorist group?
Yeah.
Okay.
They began as one, and then
No,
they
they're
became a
not.
political party. They became a political party.
They're not a gang. They're a
What
club.
even set this off in the first place?
Just people doing crazy shit.
Well, yeah. What? Did some kids? Did somebody piss in someone else's cereal? That set off like a chain reaction.
No,
I don't
somebody
think it
drew
even
a
took
picture
that.
of Allah in the.
Uh-oh.
Somebody drew a picture of Allah in the sand with a stick.
That'll do it every time.
Wait, does that actually happen, or you just
No.
a joke?
Next thing you
I
know,
don't fucking know.
3,000 fucking rockets. 3,000 rockets over a fucking Allah drawing in the sand with a fucking stick.
I mean, if that's true, that's really fucking petty. If not, then I don't fucking know. Because from what I understand, it doesn't really take much over there to drive people nuts. So for all I know,
But what it comes down to is some people think they know what God wants. It just so happens to be what they want. And sometimes those people also have access to rockets.
Talking about North Korea.
I wouldn't mind some access to
sometimes
rockets.
Thank
Those
God
wealthy
Biden's
countries.
got access to the rockets.
Oh yeah.
Holy
Is
shit.
North Korea a religious state?
Yes,
It is.
they worship. They
Oh,
worship
oh, yeah.
their leader.
Of
Yeah,
course,
actually.
yeah, of course it is. Yeah. So is America.
What?
Yeah,
So it's half
America's
of America then.
Kim
If
Jong-un.
that's your definition. If that's your
Yep.
definition.
I'm pretty sure all of North Korea worships their leader. Otherwise, they get, really bad stuff happen to them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I had a debate with Mathig a few years ago, and I brought up North Korea, and I asked him if North Korea was a religious state, and he said yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you win?
Well, the debate was on whether or not religion is better for a nation or a country. And I asked him if North Korea was a Christian nation. He said yes.
Oh,
So
Christian nation now. That's not what you
that
said
ended
before.
the debate.
A Christian nation.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, that ended the debate. He rage quit after that. I still have that on tape.
See, it's kind of a ridiculous question because it's like arguing, is vitamin A good for you? And everyone wants to say yes.
I remember you talking to
and it would
Skylar
kind of be wrong to
a
say
few years
no.
back or so, and
One at a time.
It kind of depends on how much vitamin A you're taking.
A whole bunch. 1,000 times lethal dose.
Yeah. Religion can be good as far as it kind of holds like the culture together. But sometimes you get a little too far, and then you start trying to sacrifice people and doing crazy shit.
When's the last time that's happened?
I mean,
Where
it
the fuck have
happens.
you been? It happens all the time. It happens all the time in other.
Salem.
No, it probably happened. Probably happened this week somewhere. We just haven't heard about it.
In Africa.
All
It
right.
happens
Oh,
it happens
heck,
in third
here.
world countries.
Or in Israel.
In Houston, a few times a year, like a parent will try to sacrifice their kid to God. So it still happens.
Just try.
Yeah, but of course,
just try.
Of course,
I'm not sure
of course, Jill's completely blind to it.
I'm not sure if it was whether or not religious nations or states are better than secular, or whether it was Christianity. But of course, he tried to throw all of the so-called religious states, including Islam, as all into one basket of religion. So when I brought up North Korea, he had no response. He just quit.
Hello, Richard. Feel free
North
to
Korea
join.
is a secular state. Period.
Unless you want to stay away from Jill because you'll kill him on sight. I still find that funny.
Richard
It was sad. It was sad.
In the chat, yes.
Oh, hello, Richard.
Oh, I thought one of his alien gods kidnapped him. I haven't seen Richard in so long.
He's been working on 80 hours a
I'm
week.
about to call Agent Mulder and Scully. See if we can find out
the truth is out there.
I think Scully is
you,
teaching
Mulder?
now. She's not doing actual
Scully
active
is hot
investigations.
as fuck.
She is. She's always
I don't
been
know what
hot.
she looks like now. But holy shit!
Oh, she still looks good. She'll always look good in my mind.
What a fucking rig! Holy shit!
Never had a debate at any point of his life, says Richard Madsen. Wow, if you go to my channel, you'll see several debates. If you go to Richard's channel, you'll see about one or two, maybe.
It's because Richard has discussed.
You won't see the debate he had with me, of course. He won't post that to his channel.
I don't think you understand what he said.
Demolition of his doctrine.
Jill makes statements, things or arguments. Never even had a debate at any
Never
point
had a
in his
debate.
life.
Jill, you're the best. You
Check
really
out
are the best.
He's not saying you never debated with people. He's saying that you can't make arguments, therefore you can't debate. You never had a real debate.
I never had a real debate. Okay. Who determines?
That's his words.
What's that?
By the way,
No
not
true
mine.
Scotsman fallacy? Never had a real debate. Yeah.
The no true debate
How
fallacy.
come you didn't bring that up, Don Thomas? You're the expert in bringing up fallacies when Christians make them.
He got you on that one.
Yeah.
He slid it right past me too. I'm losing my touch, Joe. I don't know what's
Just like
going
Biden molesting his own daughter, slid right past you.
By the way, since,
Right,
since
man.
I'm
Trump,
using
look at Trump. Look what he's doing with his taxes.
since I'm using Sammy's thing, more than 6 people can join. Just wanted to say that, considering usually when I do my streams, I can't really have 10 people, but now I can because I'm using Sammy's team.
All right, I'm back from taking
Like
my chill.
420 atheist, Sammy?
Yeah.
Yes, 420 atheist Sammy.
Awesome sauce, dude.
Hey, sir, you got any more memes for us today?
That was a long shit, Q. If you're still shitting, holy shit.
Hey, man, once in a while, you just gotta take a shit and read something that you find interesting.
Has anybody heard from Brojo in the last 3 days?
He
or so?
literally commented in the chat right now.
Oh. Wow.
Talk about timing.
He's been in different channel side chats. He's just been busy.
Yep.
All right.
Richard, if you're interested in any debates that I was in recently, I posted a debate I had with Carlton on whether or not homosexuals are more likely to molest children. So
not this again. Fuck
Did you
you
win
with
it?
that shit.
You want to, if you want to watch the debate,
Yeah.
yeah, there you go. Check that out.
Did you fucking demolish him? Did you just fucking lay him out? Did you cut him 6 ways to Sunday?
Glad that
I don't
you
know
have to
about all
you have to
that.
beg people to go to watch your shit on your channel, bro.
No, I'm not begging.
Look,
No, he
people-
said I
people
don't
who-
debate. So.
People who have
No,
watched
no.
that stream know that you got your ass handed to you, Jill. Okay,
I'm
so just
sure.
don't sit
Wow.
here, don't sit here and say, "Oh, I totally owned, I totally owned."
I never said that.
The debate.
I never said that, even though that
I
happened.
mean,
But I never said
You
that.
gotta remember midnight when
Even though
someone
that's
has
not
their
yet.
head up their own ass, they smell their own farts.
Not yet, but go ahead.
I just gave Richard an example. He said I don't debate. I never debate, so I gave him an example.
Oh my god! You know
But-
what,
Toot your own horn.
Jill,
Toot your
you
own
make-
horn some more.
Hang
Go
on a
ahead.
sec.
I mean, there's a debate I
Go
had
on.
before that on slavery.
Okay.
Slavery in the
sir,
Bible
there's
with.
2 of you.
How'd you do in that one? Did you do really good in that one too?
Oh yeah.
Hi,
Right
double.
on.
This is just a standing case of when someone has their head
I
up their own
guess.
ass, they can smell their
I
own
guess have
farts.
it. I guess have it. There we go.
That's what happened to you when you were
But Jill, you
You-
make
You
me
really
happy.
like talking about me being a kid, don't you, Jill? I think you have an obsession with
You-
that. Now that I'm 26, you want to get up on me. Yeah.
I can
I think
see
you have an
it.
obsession
You
with me as a
totally-
young kid, don't
Grown.
you?
Hang on.
He's
Hang
a
on.
grown man.
I could. Is this thing on? I concede. If you totally lost, then maybe it was a debate. Oh, goddamn, Jill.
Oh.
Oh
Or you
wow.
just said that
He
you could.
told me. Wow.
Jill, or you just
Sweet
said that you
burn.
couldn't get to my face
Snap.
before puberty did.
Snap
Is
2
that the issue?
fingers and a thumbs up.
What'd you think?
You know what?
He stole all
I am
those kids.
so happy. I am so happy to be me, Jill. Like I look at you and I look at me. I'm like, you know what? I'm happy to be me. At least I'm not Jill.
Midnight.
Yes,
When you
yeah.
say happy,
Be happy
I
to
hear
be
the
you.
song by Pharrell.
What? Happy, joy.
No.
No,
happy,
happy. Pharrell, man.
Oh, I
Hey,
don't know.
I
I
think
never
it's
heard of that.
Pharrell.
I
Isn't
don't
it?
know what. I don't know
Yeah.
what song that is.
Cause I'm
Happy,
happy.
joy.
Yeah,
Happy, joy.
Not happy, joy,
I
joy,
know,
man.
I know. It just reminds me of happy, joy from Ren and Stimpy. Relax.
All right.
Even
Sorry.
though I'm the one who needs to relax. Holy shit.
Happy.
happiness is fleeting.
Doubting Thomas, I need to
Then
smoke
why are you
whatever
here?
got, bro.
It's according to psychologists, not Joe.
Okay.
The Bible
So is sadness.
is right once
happiness-
again, ladies and
If
gentlemen.
happiness is fleeting, then why are you here?
Happiness isn't any more
He's
fleeting
the
than
reason why
sadness.
happiness is fleeting. He sucks out all the fucking joy when he joins.
Happiness isn't any more fucking fleeting than sadness.
So I
The
hope,
Bible
I hope,
teaches we have joy, not
It's all the
happiness, but
same.
joy.
I
You're
hope
not,
you,
you're not always
All
I
the
going to be
hope
happy.
fucking
you,
same.
I hope you realize you're only here in my discretion.
Yeah,
It's fleeting.
it
Yeah,
is.
right.
His
It is
distraction is very
fleeting.
fleeting. He's a
Did you have
fickle
your
bitch.
dopamine hit today?
Oh, all the time, honey.
Several
All the
times
time, honey.
today. Didn't
You asked
you?
like you asked me like it's a bad thing. Like, what the fuck?
Dopamine.
You're retarded, Jill. Like
You
I don't know. I honestly don't know how you function in the
Dopamine.
real world. Like I
There's no evidence that he does.
No, if he
hang
leaves his
on,
house,
hang
he'll get
on,
jumped.
hang on. Put that back, sir. if you can.
Dopamine.
Never.
Oh, God damn it! Who was
Uh-oh.
mine?
What did I miss?
Construction material? The son of God. Oh my God, that is.
Oh
funny.
wow!
Construction
Do you want
workers
to hear a
1,
joke?
Jesus 0.
You might have heard it before. It's probably the most blasphemous joke that I know.
All right, go for it.
Kick him out! Kick him out! Kick him out!
Jesus walks.
The viewers have
Jesus walks. Do you want to hear it, Midnight?
Yes.
Jesus walks into the hotel and puts 3 nails on the counter and says, "Can you put me up for the night?"
What the fuck?
Oh man, that's pretty bad.
Hey, yo, careful,
I told you
Thomas.
it was bad.
Careful, Thomas. If you
I
make
told
Jesus
ya.
jokes, then Jill's gonna compare that to
well-
making fun of your mom.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Jill,
Nah, Joe doesn't do that. Only
side
cowards
chat-
claim Joe did
the
that
side-
because
the side
They're
chat
cowards.
has spoken.
Only
I posted
cowards
John
challenge a
16 for you.
man to a
Hello?
fight and then back down when they find out how big the man is. That's what a
Hello?
coward does.
Is this thing on?
No,
Hello?
Jill,
It's on. Go.
Jill,
no
the
one
side,
was boxing anyone.
the
It was-
side.
it was-
Okay, you know what? Fuck you. There you go. That felt so good.
Yes, and the peace came back a little bit at a time after that. dumb fuck left.
Like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, careful
Easing into
making
fall.
Jesus jokes around Jill, Thomas, because then he'll compare that to being allowed to tell you that your mom's dead of cancer and should be proud that.
Jill, I kicked you out. I didn't ban you, but you keep
Oh.
coming back, so no. John 13, these things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Okay, if you overcame the world, then why are you here? Right? Stop trying.
He's saying no. This
No.
is Jesus speaking.
Brojo, this is not another stream around jail, Brojo.
No,
Joe
it
showed
really
up.
isn't. It's just he just showed up. Ugh.
Oh shit, my finger slipped and I accidentally put him in timeout. Oh no.
I think that Jill thought that maybe his connection dropped. That's why he came back in.
Oh well. Sorry to disappoint you.
Nope. Wasn't your connection. Sorry.
I've
You
totally
got
won every fucking debate that I've ever been in. You know, I'm just that great. Mhm.
the best ever. Fuck, man.
God, I wouldn't for a straight man, he sure loves sucking his own dick a lot. Just saying.
If I could, I would too.
I
For
mean,
sure.
he's
I'd
more-
probably never leave the fucking house. Tell you the truth.
He's more obsessed over butt sex than I am, and I'm gay. Well, bisexual, but still, it's
You
like
know, for someone that talks about pedophiles a lot, he sure is obsessed with me as a kid. I'm just saying.
He's also
I'm not
friends
gonna
with Eric,
Are you,
who
are
loves
you bi
spanking young
butt,
boys.
too?
what pills?
Do you like female butts and male butts?
If you're asking me, then yes.
Bi butt? Okay,
Every time
well,
I put you
was asking you,
solo,
thanks.
you get rid of the fucking meme.
They're supposed to be like little hidden treasures.
I didn't
Okay,
even see what it
fine,
was.
fine. Yeah, I didn't
I
even.
can't see
I'll
them
just
on my
make it-
phone, man, unless you.
Okay, fine.
Japanese.
There you go,
Citizen
Thomas.
watches as nukes drop. Yeah.
That's fine. You
Yeah,
thought
that
I
is
was bad?
fucked up.
I think
That
I
is
made
fucked up.
Ox mad because I put Jill in timeout.
Nah, it's not
Well,
hard to make
no,
Ox
you
mad.
made you made Ox mad just by being friends with Will Kincaid. So that ship has already sailed.
Oh, he said, "Oh, but I get
Has
bitched at
anybody
for timing
here?
him out. Really, fuck this stupid shit." Oh, sorry, buddy.
Yeah, but
Has,
Ox would like
has
time him out
anybody?
like right from the beginning. But
Oh, has anybody here seen the documentary of? There's a British sailor from World War II, and he's telling a story. Like, this dude's 75 or 80 years old, and this was like 10, 15 years ago. I saw this. They were testing a nuclear weapon at sea, and he was out on the ship, and they told all the sailors on the ship, look away from the blast. Like, they knew which direction the blast was. Look away from the blast and cover your fucking eyes with your hands, right?
Yep.
And this old dude is telling this story. He said when that fucking bomb went off, he could see all the bones in his fingers like an X-ray.
Yep.
And that was looking away from the blast.
But that makes
He
sense.
said
though,
it was. He said something like it was like simultaneously the coolest and the most terrifying thing I've ever had happen to me in my life. Like, fuck, can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Like, holy fuck. What
I
are
watched
we testing?
the
What
I
are
watched
we
the Marilyn
fucking with,
Monroe
man?
bioflick the other day. It's pretty good.
Do you feel like a lady?
Nah, I feel more
Oh.
disappointed. It was okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Did
it
you
could have been
look like
better.
a lady? Dude looks like a lady.
Nah, I mean, apparently I look somewhat like a woman now, but it's just because my long hair.
Oh, I heard you look like a man.
Oh no, man! I get
You ever watch
either.
Mad TV?
Yeah, I love Mad TV.
Yeah, look like a man.
Grids. The fuck is grids? Was that like the precursor
I don't
to
know.
AIDS? Man, I feel like a woman. Ba, 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 ba. So, smoke another bowl? All right.
I need to start
Why not?
smoking again. I haven't smoked in a couple of months.
You don't need to. No, you don't need to.
Feels like it.
Well,
God, this.
feelings and emotions won't keep you sober, but they will get you drunk. Oh, what?
Eh. If I was, feelings and emotions won't keep you sober. It's all about the friends that you keep around you. Because I would not be sober without my support system.
What's
I'm
an
not even gonna lie.
MFW?
My face went.
Oh,
That was a good stretch.
Wasico.
Man,
I knew
these
some people named Wasisco.
Man, these memes are kind of mid today, Cerberus. You're off your game, bro.
Well, this was meant to pick on Ox, but I don't think Ox is paying attention.
I think you left whenever I got away with timing out Jill in the chat. Yeah.
Picking on Ox's people again. The fuck is wrong with you, man? Oh, do you guys realize what tomorrow is?
It's Monday.
It's fucking Thanksgiving Day, Canada, ladies and gentlemen.
And what do we have to be thankful for about Canadian Thanksgiving?
I'm thankful now that I just thought about this. I'm thankful that I got enough weed to get me by until Tuesday because all the stores are closed tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Is it?
that's something to be thankful for. And I'm going back to work soon, so that's groovy. It was a good year for the crops, and we traded with the natives, and we all got along this year. So let's have a cornucopia feast.
Yep.
In our big black pilgrim hats, and go Canada, go. Hillary, you got COVID or something?
COVID? No, why?
Oh, I just missed, like, you weren't feeling well.
That was a few days ago, wasn't it?
Oh, okay. So you're feeling better.
Yeah, I think that was Thursday or Friday. I don't know.
Right.
One of those days.
I lose.
But no, mine is nerve pain. I've got nerve pain. It's not any other kind of sickness.
Not a COVID issue.
No. Now, I can tell that this is a drawing of something that goes on the end of an AK-47 or 74. But I'm going to make a full screen so we can...
Oh, no. This is a light. It's a picture. It's a picture of a lightning link.
Of a what?
A lightning link for ARs. Okay, so you can take an AR rifle, and in theory, you could cut these pieces out, put them together, and just drop them in the receiver, and it makes it automatic.
Okay.
All right.
I was just putting this up here because someone just went. How do I put it this way? There's a big case going on because there's two cases going on. This was like this was a product you could buy. It's just a piece of aluminum with this picture drawn on it. And the ATF is trying to claim that the picture is a machine gun.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
I was gonna say, is that just one piece of metal?
Yeah, it's just a piece of aluminum.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably not very hard to fucking make nowadays, especially. I mean, it wouldn't have been very hard to make fucking 40 years ago either.
This is like just the most recent series of stupid opinions that the ATF has had. Like the ATF in the past had determined that shoestrings were machine guns. Like there's a bunch of shit like that.
They speaking of all that, Canada just passed legislation further restricting firearms, like last year or this year. And I didn't really pay much attention to it.
Just have all your military and police turning their guns, and we'll all be a lot safer.
Yeah, but they fucked up a lot of like even in the legislation, they had shit labeled assault weapons that was fucking nowhere near. It wasn't even classified as an assault weapon.
That's because
like they just lumped a whole bunch of shit in together, and nobody even really read what the fuck was what.
That's because the term assault weapon, when it became political, didn't have a definition to start with.
Right.
All they did was make a scary word.
Yeah, and the racist Democrats in the
you
U.S.
can make
decided if it was black, that made it an assault rifle. But if it's pink, a pink AR, well, that's okay.
Right. Yeah, there was something about that in Canada too, the color or something. Or and then there were guns here that you could still have that were way more fucking lethal than these other ones that they were saying you couldn't have. It just didn't make any sense.
The ammo count also is something that is really more economics than anything. There was some revolver place. I don't even remember. I think it was like New Hampshire or something, that someplace that like the Colt Firearms were wanting it to be a ammo limit of 6, because that way, if you couldn't have a magazine with more than 6 shots, you might as well have a revolver. So then that's what they tried to make federal, and then eventually they settle on 10. But all kinds of crazy crap like that.
What?
Yeah.
That's a federal law.
No, they
10-shot
tried
clip?
to. No, back when the assault weapon ban was going through, they were trying to make it where you couldn't have more than 6
right.
shots. Yeah, back in the late or mid 90s, early 90s, whenever it was.
Why don't the fucking Republicans give up on the abortion for a while, and the fucking Democrats give up on the guns for a while, and fucking take care of some other shit first?
That would be
Then
nice.
come back to that.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I don't know. This is just from personal experience, but I think the Democrats would have gotten the better end of that situation. Because I know a lot about the Democrats laying off the guns and the Republicans laying off the abortion. Because I know a lot more people that call themselves Democrats that haven't voted Democrat in a long time because of guns. And I know very few people that call themselves Republicans that haven't voted Republican. Right. I think the Democrats are the ones getting votes on that deal.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking about gaining votes. I was talking about set aside those
issues.
Yeah, set aside those 2 issues for a while and fucking try and figure out what's best for the country.
Yeah, some budget reforms.
And yes, and law enforcement and fucking border, whatever. Fuck.
Well, it seems like the pro-gun side is winning in the courts, so that might not be an issue in the United States much longer.
We can hope.
Right. Well, the Democrats just need to give up on that fucking.
Well, that's where they get their money, though.
You're not going to get the guns, man.
They got big donors giving them money.
The fucking guns.
They know it, though. And realistically, I don't think Republicans would care if only Democrats were getting abortions.
I'm back.
But yeah, good point.
We're talking about guns, right? I love guns.
Guns and abortion.
How can you love guns? You've never even had one.
I'm kissing my guns right now.
That doesn't mean I don't love them.
Have you ever even shot one?
No.
Love is a gun.
It's like saying I love pizza while never having a pizza.
I mean, I've shot a few guns myself, and I think they're fun.
I mean, at least I'm not afraid of them like some people and want to ban them. We need to ban guns. They're dangerous.
I mean, but you did say you love guns, which is kind of problematic.
So he didn't even define what a gun was. This is my rifle. This is my gun.
This is my finger, and this is my thumb.
This is for fun.
Did you guys see the job fair that happened? I forget. I think it was at a university.
No.
But there is if it was a for women's job fair to get into like engineering and like different fields that use math, like STEM fields.
Yep. Just say
And
getting into STEM field, but go ahead.
and it was flooded by a bunch of men claiming to be women.
Doesn't surprise me.
Oh
What the
wow!
fuck?
Yeah, it was.
What's
it was pretty.
what's a STEM? What's a STEM field?
Science, technology. Well, I forget the science,
Engineering and
technology.
math.
Engineering,
Yeah, thank you.
math, or mechanical.
But hold on, sir. I have some
Mechanical.
Were these men were these men wearing a wig? Were they wearing dresses?
No, I saw pictures. Most of them just looked like college dudes.
Yeah.
What
They
the
just-
fuck?
Wow.
They looked like they were in their 20s.
Well, okay,
There's like
right,
as many
but
men there as there was women. they just looked it up.
Well, that's what happens, man. I mean, fuck.
that's right. You're being transphobic, sir. That's transphobia. Just saying.
That's
Yeah,
what-
but
that's what I
just
thought,
the-
'cause,
that's the natural progression of all of this bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that people were making fun because the organizers like put out press releases where they were saying claiming people were lying about their gender and how these people weren't real women. I know everyone's just laughing like. Ah.
I wonder if they did
And
that.
my-
Actually,
and their
if the
friend-
men, I wonder if the guys did that on purpose just to get that reaction.
Yeah,
No,
maybe,
they probably were interested in getting some free money.
maybe. But
Yeah.
reports are the men actually were putting in resumes.
Yeah.
Like they weren't just showing up to like fill in the room. They were actually there doing the thing you were supposed to do. They just happened to have penises.
Does anybody here know who Riley Gaines is?
I believe so. If it's who I'm thinking of, that's considered a transgender. Although you can't really say that because there's really no way. I think I know who you're talking about. Yes.
So this is a Rita that took
No.
testosterone, I guess.
Huh?
Is this a Rita that took testosterone? That's why it's Rita now?
No. Riley Gaines.
Oh,
is,
Riley.
A woman's U.S. collegiate swimmer, like fucking #1 in the nation. She swam for
never
North
mind.
Carolina, I think. Right?
Okay.
Like in the middle of her senior year, I believe it was junior or senior year, a transgender athlete started competing at the women's collegiate level.
Mm-hmm.
And she told the story like on Joe Rogan. I've seen her on a couple other. She said they came into the locker room, a women's locker room at the college level, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, we turn around and there's like a fully intact male
Mm-hmm.
in our locker room, nude. Like this transgender athlete. And they were given no fucking the NCAA never said anything to them like this was gonna happen, right? And when they went and talked to the NCAA said, well, you just need to fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, what the fuck? You're out of your mind, man. Right? And then Thomas was the last name of the transgender,
Mm-hmm.
I think, from Stanford, I believe. They ended up competing head to head and they tied. And so when they went back to get the trophy, they said they had to give it to the transgender because they only have one trophy. Right? Like, oh, it's a really good story to hear her tell it herself. It's unreal, man. So that kind of shit is what creates all of these other dudes signing up for women's scholarships, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it needs to happen everywhere now. It looked like it worked so well that guys just need to show up for everything that's for women, just
Right.
en masse. Yeah.
There's
And then
also
they're gonna say, well, you guys are being outrageous or ludicrous or
there are also a few stories, of women, of women actually being accused of being trans when they aren't.
Oh yeah,
It's
it
like,
used to just be ugly women, and now people think that they're guys. Yeah, that's got to be horrible.
but it's really funny, really funny to me how how
oh
some men
man.
some men can't seem to compete with other men, so they're like, you know what, I'm trans, and then you get the story like Thomas says. But of course, even saying that is transphobic, because how do you how do you know that's the reason how do you know that's the reason they became trans? I I, I don't know. It just seems kind of interesting timing, don't you think?
They're not the one that makes the
Right.
rules. They're just having to operate within this world.
Right. Well, it was there was a man basically just set the women's world record for Canada.
I think we triggered Q.
Oh, in bench press.
Hmm.
You think we what?
I think we triggered Q.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Oh well.
hey, he was saying the memes wasn't spicy enough, so if that's the case, he got spicy.
Well,
Well.
Navy SEALs. Oh, those are fucking SEALs. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Richard, hello.
Respect everyone. How's
Good
my
to
mic?
see you.
Okay?
Yeah, your audio's fine.
Thank you, sir. I went and had a cigarette expecting Jill to still be here, and he wasn't.
Yeah, nah, I kicked him out. If he wants to rejoin, he can.
Yeah, someone had to ruin the fun.
My dad said not to have a battle of wits with unarmed people because it just isn't fair. It's not a moral thing to do, but still, it's very tempting.
It is tempting.
I'll admit it. I'm a terrible person. I like to trick those people into putting their hand in front of their face and slapping it.
I love that joke.
Yeah.
You know that Cerberus in the form of a joke? Do you know that joke? It's an
there's
old. It's go ahead.
I would say I've seen it a bunch of different ways.
Yeah.
I think the one I've heard the most is, if the palm of your hand's bigger than your face, you have cancer or something like that.
There was an old Polish man that when I was, I don't know, about 10 through 13, used to tell me Polak jokes, and that was one of them.
My favorite Polak joke is from Norm Macdonald.
You see Polish?
I don't
Canadian.
think so. Well, he's Canadian, but before.
Oh, hey, Hillary's.
Hey.
I don't know if his family is Polish or not, but the joke goes something along the lines of, in the joke he's Polish. He goes in and orders a Polish sausage,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the guy behind the counter goes, "Oh, you must be Polish," and he gets all offended and says, "Look, if I came here asking for a German sausage, you wouldn't think I was German. If I came in here looking for
I know how it's going to end up.
looking for some French wine, you wouldn't say I was French. So where do you get off calling me thinking I'm Polish just because I order a Polish sausage?" And the guy behind the counter goes, "Because this is a hardware store."
Yep.
He does it better than I do, but it's a good joke.
What the fuck? Okay.
I love making jokes about the screen doors on Polish submarines.
Yeah, this old man, he like collected memorabilia having to do with Polak jokes. Like he had a coffee cup and the handle was on the inside.
You know, I don't want it to happen, but that would be the best part of Poland going to war with Russia.
He had a revolver, but when you hold the handle properly and point it out as if it were a normal revolver, the barrel's pointing toward you.
Mm-hmm.
Had one of those. I don't even remember everything. A plethora, as they say.
A veritable plethora.
No, an actual plethora.
An actual, wow. Is veritable. Veritable doesn't exclude actual, does it?
Sure it does. It means like practically, but not quite. Anyone disagree with that? Veritable means practically, but not quite. Something like that.
That's the way I understand it, but I'm not sure that I fully understand it.
Polish firing squad, when you put the muzzle of your rifle behind the ear of the guy in front of you.
Locked his keys in his car, and it took him 4 hours to get his family out.
I actually ran into that at something very close to that at Walmart. People disabled by technology. There was a woman. She must have been late 50s, early 60s. There was obviously her daughter with her who was in her 30s something. And they were calling everyone they could call, trying to get a mechanic out there to unlock the car because the batteries in the key fob had died.
Wow.
They had the key fob in their hand, which, by the way, had a key on it.
Key on it. Yeah.
Oh, some of them don't have a key on it.
Well, yeah. Actually, I've never seen one that doesn't have a key within the fob, even if there's no obvious physical key. Is there some kind that has absolutely no physical key?
Yeah, there are. But still, you could just go into Walmart and buy a fucking battery for the thing, more than likely.
Exactly. They're at Walmart. Just go to the jewelry section. Get a watch battery.
Yeah.
Most likely. Yeah, doesn't know it runs on a replaceable battery. Doesn't know the key is in her hand. I walked by and asked them what the plight was. And I said, well, did you try the key in the door? So she put the key in the door and unlocked it and thought I was brilliant.
Wow. You're a fucking...
Oh, yeah,
wow.
You're a genius if you know that the key opens the door.
Yes, man. You're like, Jesus.
I hope you charged me a $35 trip fee.
I didn't. I just walked away trying not to snicker.
Wow.
Sometimes people say, oh, this person or that person is stupid. They never think, what if they're right? Shouldn't they be extra nice to stupid people that, are like essentially disabled? Shouldn't we be extra nice to those folks?
Not if you look down. Not if you look down on them. If you look down on them, you're not going to be.
What's to look down on? I mean, like Midnight, you're brilliant, but you didn't ask for it, right?
Well, no.
You didn't have a choice. See, nobody has a choice.
No, I suppose not.
So how can we look down on
Now
someone
we're
for what
finally
they
getting
are?
some good memes from Serb.
What are you talking about? This is mild.
Uh-oh. What am I missing now?
Winnie the Pooh pulled a Logan Paul.
Jesus.
What? A Logan Paul?
I can't read that.
It says it
was
was
at
at this
this-
moment that Winnie the Pooh realized he was in the wrong woods.
Oh no.
You could have made the figures more like Winnie the Pooh.
Well, now, Richard, Richard, I'll ask you this: why did you go on Jill hard at one time to threatening to beat the shit out of him? Didn't you look down on him then?
I didn't until after that, and I thought about it. I didn't realize what he was doing. I totally fell for it because I'm not a streetwise person. I'm kind of ignorant that way, maybe even innocent
Who,
about
Jill?
those sorts of things. No, I am. I'm ignorant about when someone is. I mean, I'm trying to learn that no, not everyone is honest and upfront. I'm trying to learn that people do things as tactics and actually have no intent behind it aside from distraction. I'm trying to learn these things.
Sometimes I think I'm too honest. Which
Don't
is a bad
be
thing.
gullible. That's it. That's my best advice.
I've been gullible, and Jill totally got me that day. He did. I wanted to kick his butt.
I mean,
really wanted to.
Is being impressionable the same thing as being gullible?
Impressionable and gullible.
No,
and here's why. Because impressionable means you have justification for the respect for the person that you let lead you. Whereas gullible is when you do that without any justification. That was off the cuff. It might not be perfect.
If you're gullible, when I was a younger man, and I would fuck with you just because I knew you were gullible. And the older I get, the less I fucking do that. But it goes on a lot, for sure, especially in the construction industry.
Oh, sure. Military was big about gullibility, sending people to find things like chem light batteries.
Yeah, I was about to say that one. Damn it.
That's the most famous one, chem light batteries.
Checkered spray paint.
Checkered spray paint, that's a good one.
Bucket of steam.
What was
Well,
it?
no,
Best one I ever experienced. We sent a apprentice pipe fitter. This guy was green as fuck. We sent him to the tool room to get a pedophile. Like,
Wow! No,
That's
there's no
witty.
way. No. I refuse to believe that this guy did not know what a pedophile is.
no,
I'm
he
sorry. I
didn't.
refuse.
Seriously.
Oh wow.
If you're innocent enough, you might not.
Yeah, hammer and a pedophile, I think, is what we told him. And he knew what a pedophile was, but he also didn't know he didn't know
That there wasn't a tool that sounded like the same words.
Exactly. Right.
It sounded like two words.
Like that we didn't regularly use a tool called a pedophile, right? That's how green he was to pipe fitting.
My
So
adopted
he
son. Sorry, go ahead.
He came back, and Kevin was this crotchety old fucker that ran the tool crib on this job. And he came back and we said, so what did Kevin say? And Brandon said, Kevin said, get the fuck out of here.
My
it was
adoptive
fucking
son went in the
hilarious.
military, and he ended up something like an E7 when he got someone new in his what's the right word? Platoon. And he sent them searching about the offices, because there's this radio that came out about the same time, which they called a Prick 7 or a Prick 77 or something like that. So he sent this kid, having heard that, sent him around looking for a Prick E9.
Oh,
which he found one and did push-ups all day. So
Yeah.
oops.
of course, the first sergeant's got to be laughing about that under his breath, and just making the guy do
Oh, for
push-ups
sure.
for fun, because he probably thought that was hilarious.
Oh, you're that.
I got a
I'm
good
looking
one.
for it.
Army guys. The Army post was rather close to an Air Force base, and sent a new guy out after rotor wash. Asked for 5 gallons of rotor wash, sent him out. He ends up calling around and finding out that the Air Force base has some rotor wash.
Uh-huh.
Goes over there, and they actually had special for some kind of prop that had to have special detergent, and he found 5 gallons of rotor wash.
Whoa.
Brought
For
it back.
UH-60 or something.
It was for something special. I don't know what it was for.
But I mean, the Air Force,
loggers
they got to
sitting
know
there.
what rotor wash is too.
Of course. But they actually have something they can literally refer to as rotor wash. That's a real thing.
Yeah. Oh man.
I just met a Jill in real life. I was
Wow.
outside having a cigarette and on the plaza, and this guy, whom he and I have known each other maybe hour and a half, 2 hours so far. And he sits down, and I strike up a conversation about religious topics, because that's really all I care about.
And his
And-
name's Jill?
No, but
Oh.
it may as well be. I mean, I don't mean his name is Jill.
All right. All right.
No, but I started, he started quoting to me parts that he thought were in the Bible, which I know are not. And I started pointing out to him the lines that he was misremembering. And I said, our memories are not perfect. Our brains are not perfect. And we can't really, count on something we read 20 years ago, man. You got to keep reviewing stuff from some kind of objective, solid source, not just your memory.
Fuck, I can't
And he did the
remember what I
same
read
thing
last
Jill
week.
did. He just kept changing the topic. Like every sentence was literally a new topic. Finally, I just said, man,
Nice.
you're just not having an honest conversation here. I think I'm just done. Thanks. And then I came in to talk with you, fine gentlemen.
Oh. Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
I
it's been
think.
okay.
It's cool that you came in. It's
Well, the larger point is I didn't freak out
upsetting
and
that you
beat him
met.
up.
Right on. Nice. You
That's-
didn't go
that's
into
the
a
larger-
homicidal fucking
No,
rage.
I did not.
All right. Good. I think that's good. Yeah. That's good for you.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn. It's tough.
Maybe not good for the rest of us, though. I think the rest
Yeah.
of us would appreciate it if you would beat the shit out of Jill. Right?
I offered him money to fly to me because I've made too many promises to take a vacation.
Did you hear about him and Red Fang?
I was just gonna bring that up. Like, if he won't fight Red Fang, he won't fight you. Even
Red
though-
Fang is
even
much
though-
more of a threat than I am physically.
Well, yeah, of course.
He challenged Red Fang to a fight.
That was stupid and
That
shallow.
was stupid.
You can't possibly mean that.
Hello, and a bit of hubris, right? And
yeah.
And so Red Fang was like, okay, where, when, whatever, when are we going to get together? And this went on for, I don't know, 3 months or 6 months. And then, Jill heard somebody said something, and Red Fang's like 6'2", 280.
Right.
And Jill was like, I can't fight you. And Red Fang was like, what do you mean he can't fight me? And he was like, you're too big. You're out of my weight class. And fucking completely backed out. And then was calling Red Fang a coward because Red Fang would fight somebody that was not in his weight class.
That is
It was
retarded.
fucking hilarious. Classic Jill, man. Hilarious.
Isn't there a hidden assumption there that Jill is some kind of professional fighter?
Yeah, he was, and then he was like, he said something about boxing. Like, I thought Jill was saying maybe he could outbox somebody. Like maybe Jill knows how to box. I don't fucking know what he was getting on with. And then Red Fang told him, he said, Jill, I'm gonna just fucking choke you out just for the fun of it.
Gonna what?
And then Jill was like, what kind of nobody would if that's a coward move, who the fuck would do that? And Red Fang said, I would do that just to watch your fucking lights go out, you little bitch.
Look. Jill is not worth the life sentence. Okay, there are better people you can kill than Jill. Okay.
No, he wasn't gonna.
No,
Red
if you
Fang
choke him out, you're not killing
wasn't
him.
gonna kill him. He was just gonna fucking choke him out, man. It's like fucking put him in a fucking chokehold and fucking hold him there until he fucking lost consciousness. Not fucking kill him.
There are people I would trust to do that. Red Fang's probably one of them.
Yeah, I don't ever want to experience it. That's for sure.
Hey,
Fuck
sir,
that,
if you want to
man.
fight?
That'd be interesting.
No,
No
that's not what I
thanks.
want to fight.
Yeah.
I've
Hey,
never
you
actually
wanna
been
get
knocked out
tased?
before.
Yeah, you should get tased just to know what it's like to get tased. Like, fuck that, man. I got a pretty good idea what it's like to get fucking electrocuted. I don't need fucking, first-hand physical fucking knowledge. Thank you. Yeah, but Jill, that was hilarious. Like, fuck. I was like, Jill, you challenged the man to a fight and then fucking backed out. And now somehow he's a fucking coward.
Well, if you were a pro wrestler and you went, 165, and you go up against someone weighs, 465, you're just stupid. It's not that there's not different weight classes in that sort of thing. I don't know what he's talking about. That only applies to like professional boxing and stuff like that. It doesn't apply to like what Red Fang is saying he does. It doesn't apply. So,
well, also it doesn't really apply to fucking street sense or streetwise. You don't fucking call another man out and then find out, oh shit. Either you fucking go take the dude on, which I probably wouldn't do, but I wouldn't have fucking shot my mouth off in the first place, not knowing fucking who the dude was, right?
Yeah.
Or humbly fucking back out and fucking put your balls in your fucking hand and go live, fuck, fight another day.
Well, Doubting Thomas, you have nothing to prove. Apparently, Jill has a lot to prove, but he backed out like a little bitch. So,
right.
What did he prove? That he's a bitch? I don't know.
I feel pretty confident saying, sight unseen, that just because of his personality and his weaseliness, that he has had to like avoid real conflict his entire life, and probably doesn't even know how to throw a good punch or make a decent fist.
I mean, to be fair, neither do I.
Have you just avoided conflict your whole life?
Nobody, no, it's not that. Nobody ever wanted to fight me.
You could have grown up
scary,
in the fucking project.
What was
They
that?
might have catch the albino.
Fuck
The
you.
albino scary thing, man. That's intimidating. People don't know what to think.
Where'd that cube go? He popped out again.
No, they're afraid they're killing him. They'll not quit bleeding.
Well, I mean,
not the same.
albinos do bleed very easily. Like, you wouldn't believe how many fucking bruises I've gotten over the years. A lot of internal
Killing
bleeding.
me softly.
What if you just don't hide them well, and people with more pigmentation hide it better? What if it's the same
Yeah,
amount of
could be.
bruises?
I don't think that's the
I don't know.
case.
Whatever.
That's a nice what if, but I don't think that's it.
I mean, can we show medically that people who are, have albinism bruise more easily? Is there any survey on that?
I would
Probably.
not. I would not fight
Yeah,
an
what's your
albino.
platelet count?
I would guess there's medicine to back that up. I would guess,
If it's true, there would have
but
to
I
be.
don't know.
What's your
don't know.
platelet
We
count?
certain-
Midnight.
What?
Oh, gosh, I
What's your
don't know.
platelet count? Have you ever given blood?
Not that I can remember. No.
Okay, well, if you've ever given blood, then it's high enough that you don't have to worry about it.
I don't know that about myself. I don't know what my platelet count is. I know I stopped
getting-
bleeding real quick.
Me
What
too.
about
They
getting
always want
bruised?
need a triple donate at Red Cross, just for the
Yeah?
platelets.
I mean, I've gotten blood drawn for a blood test. I don't know if that's the same thing.
Did you
Probably
pass?
not.
Did you have blood? Do you win? Is there a prize at the end of this?
How is something
Blood
so
will
stupid
drop.
so funny?
Sometimes the more stupid it is, the funnier it is. It just depends.
It's
Yeah.
all in the delivery.
Wait, hold on, Bond.
Sir,
why-
send that to me on a Gmail so that I can pass that around to my friends.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
you get that
Hang
of it.
on.
Bro, Joe, it's not Columbus Day Monday or Indigenous People Day.
What
It's
the
Thanksgiving
fuck?
Day, Canada, man.
That was from
No,
40
I've
40 minutes
actually-
ago.
You know, I've
Oh,
actually,
Oh,
I've
40
actually,
minutes ago. Fuck.
I have actually made sloppy joes before. They're very good. I actually use that can Manwich.
Is that what they
Oh,
call
yeah.
it
Oh,
in
yeah.
New Jersey?
What was that?
Is that what they call it in New Jersey? Sloppy
Yes.
Joe? Okay.
Yes.
A sandwich is a
Okay, hold on.
sandwich, but a manwich is
Hold
a
on.
meal.
But why would you want to fight an albino? What are you afraid of? Did you kill the albino? Come on, I'm gonna
Probably
fight somebody.
he's probably afraid of some fucking curse or
Put
something.
up your dukes.
Put up your dukes. Let's get down to it.
You know,
Who sang that originally? Dowding?
Pat Benatar, I think.
I don't
Letter.
know, but
Either that or Joan Jett.
but
Well,
you know,
just
now
letter,
that Serb-
okay?
Oh, fuck.
No,
All
hold on.
right,
Now
all
that
right.
Serb- hold on.
Fucking
Now-
smart
now
ass.
that- Now that Serb is
What?
here, we can. God damn it!
It's only the delay. He's not doing it on purpose.
Now that Serb is here, we can ask him. We can ask him what he thinks and whether whether he or Red Fang would win if they ever fought. If they ever fought.
I don't imagine they know.
Rules or no rules?
Let's see.
Conversation about whether or not there's rules before the fight? That would be the deciding
Swords or,
factor.
swords or no swords?
The only rule is that there are no rules. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go with rules first. Who would win with rules first?
Well, that's the more complicated one. Which rules?
The rules that
no,
Red Fang would normally follow.
No unprotected elbows.
No hitting below
No
the belt. Obviously, that's
No
that's
Yeah. No shots to the groin. Other than that, anything goes.
So there's Queensberry rules? What did you say?
I guess I
don't know.
I think
It's like Muay Thai rules.
I think I would win.
Or no, actually, Muay Thai allows unprotected
Put it
elbows.
this way, I think I would win every fight unless there is some niche specific martial arts that he's involved in that I don't have experience with.
My problem
Well,
with
that's
fighting
clearly-
You
is
can't use
I have like
two
I have, like,
fingers on
more-
your right hand, and you can't use your thumb or your forefinger on your left hand.
See, here's the
Then who you
difference
think's gonna
between
win?
here's the difference between Jail's confidence and Serb's. Serb's is real. Jail's is fake.
there. I don't know.
Jail's an idiot.
Confidence is being aware you can do a thing, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with confidence, but
Yeah,
false
that's why-
confidence.
Yeah, that's why I said Serb has real confidence. But go ahead.
Yeah. It's like the whole Christian bravado thing where it's self-righteousness, it's not righteousness, which their own Bible speaks highly against.
Irony.
Just kills me when they do that.
Yep.
I'm very confident in the Bible and my understanding of it, but that doesn't mean I'm confident in me personally. Those
Well-
are two unrelated topics.
Well, I'm very confident in myself not being confident.
Way to be assured. Way to be assured. Good job.
Well, what? I'm confident that I don't have confidence.
Way to stand your ground.
That's a step, right? That's a step.
I mean, I don't know. I found that funny. Like, I'm confident that I'm not confident. So you are confident in something. That something just happened.
That might be a really good place to start. It's very platonic to say something like that, you know.
Yeah.
That might be philosophically deep.
Yep. Okay, so it's 2 hours and 11 minutes. Do you gents want to keep going? I mean, I know it's my stream, but figured I'd ask as well.
My answer is always yes, just to see how long you'll go.
Okay.
My answer is yes, but I need a cigarette.
Well, go on. Go smoke.
My answer is
God, I
yes.
missed you, Richard.
I
Miss
think
you
I'm
too,
gonna
bro.
dab. Have a little fucking dab.
So Hillary, what's up?
Hillary.
Okay, well, I guess we're
I
killing.
was going to
everybody.
get coffee. What'd you ask?
I said, "What's up?" I said, "What's up?"
He
You know,
said
I just-
He said Hillary called me a pissant.
What?
go smoke. Or go, go dab or whatever the fuck you're doing.
I'm dabbing
not-
right now, motherfucker.
Oh well, screw you, motherfucker.
Cool your fucking jets. Screw me.
Face, Uncle Fucker. You're a
Oh
motherfucker,
man,
Uncle Fucker.
I'd be the best you ever had, Midnight.
Wow.
Midnight says that's some awful big shoes to fill.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, more than that to fill. Giggity, giggity, goo.
I know I've asked this before, but I want to ask it again. Has anyone in here ever went number 2 and had that type of number 2 where you wiped and then you wiped and then you wiped and 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 you said
Not that many times, but yeah, it seemed like it wouldn't quit.
and then you just look at the last wipe you did and go, "Oh my God, I'm a crayon."
What?
If you wipe more than 3 times, you're doing soft tissue damage. That's my rule of fucking thumb. You got to be careful.
Yep.
I'm gonna make that too mean.
Here's another tip for you: don't sit on cold concrete ever. Actually, don't sit on anything cold.
Oh, I'll be right back. I need a drink.
Can you hear that?
Yes, I can hear everything. I am God. Well, I like to
What does
think
it?
I am.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like shit, maybe. I don't know.
What kind of shit? Rhinoceros shit?
What?
Rhinoceros shit? Or like legal shit? What kind of shit?
I what? I don't even know what the hell we are now.
This is Doubting Thomas, the midnight. Over. Who's typing?
Me. Sorry about that.
It's all right. What happened to your stream the other night? That just fucking disappeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, I changed my mind about doing it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I thought you had a hot date, is what happened. That's what I thought.
Yeah, that would be nice, actually.
I wasn't sure. Who knows?
That would definitely be nice. Having a hot date, having her wear a maid's uniform.
Right on. How do you think Jill would look in a maid's uniform?
Ugh. No, no, fuck you. You go to timeout for that. No, no.
All right. Well.
What's going on in the land of tomorrow?
Tomorrow. I love you. Tomorrow.
Yes, I love you too, Doubting Thomas. I'm
You're
just not. I'm just not selling you my bathwater.
a day away. Speaking of bathwater, you ain't got any. All right. I'll have to get some from Japan online then.
Who in their right mind would buy a celebrity's bathwater? I'll have to come back. Midnight is selling bathwater as a
I don't
side
know.
hustle. No, no,
I don't know, but
Bond,
I bet.
I am
but
not.
I bet people do it, right? So a lot of fucking weird shit goes down with human beings midnight.
Yes.
You know.
There's
I
a lot of
know.
weird
You know.
shit going
Bond
on right
fucking
now.
knows.
This stream is there's a lot of weird shit going on in this stream.
Right
And
now, like in the live chat.
Well, in the stream, in the live chat, everywhere.
What the fuck is Cerberus doing now?
I mean, he's going to get a drink, but I suspect it's an alcoholic drink, but it might not be.
I don't know if Cerb drinks alcohol.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good point.
I
Yes,
don't
but
drink alcohol.
people will buy anything.
Anymore.
And I mean anything.
Anything, right? Yeah. Bathwater too. That's what I'm saying. You know, we are. The older I get, the more I realize we all really are a lot alike. We just don't want to admit it.
Yep.
When I was younger, I thought, nah, we're pretty, each individual is pretty fucking unique. Well, yeah, there might be a little bit of uniqueness, but as humans, meh, you know. Humans are capable of doing human shit, man, for sure.
Yep.
And you and I assume, both being humans, know what that's like. We know about human capability.
Yep. Okay. Hello, William.
William Freeman,
Hello.
greetings and salutations to you, brother.
That sounds so peaceful when you say it like that. Hello, greetings and salutations from Canada.
Yes.
Monday is Canada's Thanksgiving Day, which starts in 8 minutes, as a matter of fact.
Well, lucky you're here with all the things that you're thankful for.
I know, right?
Yep. He's thankful for the Radiant One, i.e. me. He's thankful for Navy SEALs over there. He's thankful for Manwich. He's thankful for himself. He's thankful for the raccoon god over here. And he's thankful for the redhead. So yeah, he's thankful for a lot of stuff.
The redhead, is he here again? Ginger?
No. Richard.
Oh.
Hello.
Space Cadet.
Yes.
Speaking of sexy.
Down, boy.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Okay. How's everybody doing?
Sorry, I shouldn't have
What did I
said
miss?
that.
I left for like an hour.
Well,
or however long I was.
Jill was there.
yeah,
Jill?
but I kicked him out. I mean, he can come back if he wants to, but I kicked him out.
The usual Jill-isms.
Yep. Then Q left because we were thinking we were talking about trans people, so he left. I don't know whether he left because of that or because he was bored.
He came back after that, though. Didn't he? For a little bit?
I don't know if he came back after that.
I think he.
No,
I think
he did. He did. He left before the trans stuff, then came back, then left when we were talking about the trans stuff.
I may have been insensitive too. I'm not sure. In hindsight.
But in my opinion, the greater question is, were you trying to be insensitive?
No, I was not.
Okay. Because intent matters.
Yeah.
Peace and respect, William Freeman and Space Cadet.
Strength and honor, Richard.
Strength and honor.
I
to you,
am
sir.
free. So, why were the Ten Commandments given to Moses?
To announce to the next Christ what the rules in heaven will be.
Oh, you know what I found out today that I thought was very interesting, but I only have it from one source, that it was never actually, they were never actually called the 10 Commandments, quote unquote, until the King James version of the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
They were not called commandments in the Old Testament, nor were they called commandments in the New Testament.
That's correct.
What was the correct term?
I'm not sure if it was laws or
Close. You're pretty close.
tenets.
No, it's called the Decalogue, which means 10 words.
Decalogue. Oh yeah, the Decalogue. I do remember that now. That was Hebrew or Greek, right?
Yep.
And then it was same in Latin. Yeah, I do remember that. They had the same. Basically, in Latin was Decalogue or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
A veritable font of valid information. Everyone, Hillary's
Right.
emails.
Thank you.
But they were never actually called commandments until King James. And I thought that was very interesting and explains a lot of shit, kind of.
Well, you know, they arbitrarily decided chapters and verses. The entire system that the King James is arranged under is all the opinion of those who put it together. The titles of there are no titles to the chapters. They just made that up. Like the 10 Commandments, that is not written in the actual Torah, not at all.
Right. So, very interesting.
I think it's
So
interesting.
that to me means it's all bullshit.
Oh, come on. Just grab at anything as an excuse, Doubting. Come on.
Not
That doesn't,
anything, but
that doesn't
that
negate the
worked.
text.
That was
doesn't in
convenient.
Yeah, it's a little too convenient. It doesn't in any way negate the text that you know those who assembled the King James put headings to chapters or decide what was a chapter. You just should know that and ignore. Hey, Mac the Human. You should just know that and ignore those things.
Mac. Okay. My apologies.
I guess you could go so far as to say, I think it's chapter 20 of the book of Revelation gives a warning not to add or subtract anything to the text, and they definitely did that. Peace and respect, Mac. I'm not in a gang. What are you suggesting? I'm definitely not in any kind of a family associate gang where people from my family do semi-illegal or illegal things. Definitely
We
not
know
any
about
part
your
of that.
Hollywood cousins. Come on.
I am shocked you remembered that.
Yep.
It's a truth, but I've tried several times to not several. I've tried a handful of times to contact him, and he's just too damn famous. Can't get a hold of that guy. Can't get a hold of Virginia either.
Who is too damn famous?
My second cousin, he's too famous for me.
Yeah. Well, this has been fun.
Until someone says something like that.
I guess.
Miss you too, bro. Halsey, you there? Nope. Perfect timing. Hillary's, I'm still trying to figure out your stance on much of the ancient religious text. Like, for instance, what do you consider to be religious text and what do you not consider to be? religious text? Let me guess. Hillary's is out away from the keyboard too.
No, I'm here.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I guess any text that somebody's going to base religious on, I guess would be religious text. And it can be spoken or written.
Technically correct, yes, but of those, what do you think may have validity? All of it, none of it, just
I
certain
think a lot.
things?
No, I think a lot of the Old Testament is people wrote down their best understanding of things, and a lot of it was probably wrong because humans. I mean, if God did directly communicate, into their ear and just do divine dictation, then okay, it's probably real. But it's just a lot of the stuff seems highly suspect to me, and I don't hold to biblical inerrancy.
Interesting. I hold to biblical inerrancy, but not under Christian understanding of it. I think
Right.
that's extremely flawed and, in fact, impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of it's logically untenable. Maybe a lot of it. It can't be so. But what do you think of the argument I've sometimes used that in order to say the same thing to different cultures, you'd have to say it a different way because of different value systems?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
It does to me. If that seems reasonable, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if all of them are all saying the same thing, just in slightly different ways, modified for the existent culture? Because there's never been a culture that like started with religion. They always get a religion after they become of some civilized, good sized number, perhaps 100,000 folks, something like in that neighborhood.
Yeah, the problem is when people want to take things at literal value, then those things are shown to be not reasonable.
Right.
Then that kind of shoots the whole, that interpretation down. But yeah, I think that's why each different group has to have their own prophet to explain things to them.
Of course they would need that. It's like I think the confusion in what you just said lies in this. I'll make an example of it. Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you think that there were bears who talked, or donkeys that talked,
right,
or snakes that talked,
mm-hmm.
then I think you're missing the point of the story.
Yeah.
But is it valid to say you should respect others, even those very different from you? Convenient what channel I'm on. Mm-hmm. Thanks for getting that. Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. And should you be respectful of them despite your differences and recognize that they're a sentient being? Should you do that? And is that true? Well, it seems to me that the moral of the talking donkey, the moral of the talking snake is highly important in life and evidently true. Does that mean an actual donkey spoke? I don't think the story is trying to suggest an actual talking donkey.
Yeah, as long as it's viewed as metaphor, it makes a lot of sense.
Right, but there's some people out there like Jill, I'm assuming, who actually believe those stories really happened. Like there really was a talking snake, there really was a talking donkey, there really was a man who came back from the dead 3 days later.
Mm-hmm.
Which okay, he must have been the luckiest man in the universe, to be the only one that came back to life.
Well, coming back to life and or resurrection or reincarnation, all meaning to me basically the same thing. It may just be science advanced to the point that it understands what causes life. And is able, because of knowledge, to reanimate the physically dead.
Maybe he was like Chris Angel. You know, Chris Angel can slow his metabolism down so that he can be like frozen in ice and suspended underwater. So maybe
He's
that
not
was
the only
it.
one. Yeah, there's a few
Yeah.
people that can do that. Yeah. But I think that's a cop-out. To say that Christ didn't actually die on the cross, well, you know, you could quote parts of the Bible that says our faith is meaningless.
Yeah, but
you
that's
know?
Paul.
That's Paul?
Yeah.
That's
I
interesting.
always thought
Why is Paul discredited?
I always thought you didn't really believe in the doctrine. That's why it's called demolished doctrine. You believe
Oh,
Jesus.
I don't believe in doctrines.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. But the way you're talking, it seems like you think it's a possibility that Jesus resurrected.
Sure, due to science of the Father, which is the only claim there. And it doesn't specifically call it science, it calls it power, but I think science is power, knowledge is power. I mean, if I had to estimate from where we are in science right now, how long to eternality of a human being, probably less than 30 years. And if I
definitely agree. Maybe
yeah, I
less
mean
than
we're right
30.
on the very cusp of that.
Yep.
And then if I had to say reanimation, how many more additional years? Well, now you've got scientists that don't age and die. And they can just keep learning and keep discovering. They don't get Alzheimer's anymore. So how much faster would science move forward if we got to keep the same scientists? You see what I'm saying? Maybe 100 more years we would be able to actually do human reanimation, reincarnation, resurrection, whatever you want to call it. So I'm thinking like within the next 200, 300, 400, 500 years, almost certainly. Well, if a people who don't live on this planet are able to come here and they're right now outside of telescope range, they're obviously able to traverse great distances. They have much more technology than we do, which is the claim of, the great day of the Lord, is that the angels show up. Well, where are they now? So they'd have to have greater technology than advanced by how much? 100, 200, 500 years? Probably more. So I don't think that reanimating someone is a claim of magic.
Well, no, Arthur C. Clarke's magic.
I'm not well read.
Just,
You'll have to tell me what you meant by that.
Any technology sufficiently advanced appears to be magic.
I'll
So
try to remember
magic
who
is
said
just
it. I love
technology
that
that
quote.
isn't well understood.
Sure. That's always the case.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole Penn and Teller thing is tricking people.
That's
You know,
right.
it's using something they didn't see or know or understand. So I think it really is more like, and it's always cheesy to quote a movie, but like the beginning of Stargate, where the alien comes and that one boy isn't afraid, and he walks toward it instead of hiding. He's essentially a caveman, but he's not scared. And all the people around who did not, go onto the ship and find out what was going on, to them, that's a god. And I think we're still doing that today.
Yep, I'm God.
Well, essentially, according to what I understand, You can be an important part of God. You can be God. But
Yep.
that God is part of you, and only because people, it's like love. If there were no participants, there'd be no love. If there were no participants, there'd be no God. What if everyone refused wisdom, knowledge, counsel, understanding, fear, power, and conservation? Those things just,
There's 7 pillars.
yeah.
No.
And when I consider those pillars, I think that sounds like the basics for a good society. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, Jay Bundy would disagree with you and kick you out.
Well, Jay Bundy would ask for things he knows
Oh.
can't happen, and then ask for proof of things he knows can't happen.
I still laugh at that, even though it
I
was
know
months
that
ago.
is so logically flawed. It's just insane. Prove to me something that I know can't exist. Well, you're an
The
idiot.
man hates philosophy. What do you want? Even though he uses it on a daily basis, which is the ultimate irony.
Of course, there's none of us don't use philosophy. Now, is it solid or not? That's another question.
Yep. I guess I see my old edgy self in him, lol. Plus, he uses camera tricks, which is controversial in the magic community.
It's funny. I was just reading that. I'm fairly convinced that he also has a twin brother, which is part of the show.
I mean, each of us is a twin in an alternate universe.
I can't
Like-
show alternate universes. I don't know. It's all
Well-
theoretical to me.
Yeah, but I do think they exist. How much do you like kids from 0 to what the fuck? Okay, that's the Epstein, and then at 0 is like what is her name?
I can't remember. I made this forever ago. I can't remember her name. She killed her kids.
Oh,
Did she kill one kid or was it? Anyway, it doesn't matter. But she killed somebody. She kills her kids. But
You're already thinking about it too much. Don't. Here, let me. I'll give you a different.
Oh,
it's just supposed to be shocking
yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
that one
That's
from
all.
Florida.
world, Indians. Jesus Christ.
Oh man, that's rough.
Okay, that is definitely
But
definitely.
you would notice that's the left hand.
Yeah, if it was Arabs, it would be the right hand on top and the left hand on the bottom.
Lefties are evil anyway. According to some religions, lefties are evil.
Yeah, that's where we get the word sinister.
Yep, which is
Explain.
Sinister is just the Latin word for left.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Did not know that one. But you do that a lot to me.
when I was a baby. You know, my grandma tried to get my mom to correct me because I would grab stuff with my left hand. She was like, "No, you used to use his right hand." My mom was like, "Go fuck yourself."
Of course, from what I understand, it's just very Jewish. That right is right, which
I mean,
is why
not
it's
just
the
that,
same spelling. It
Christianity as
means
well.
the same thing.
Christianity as well. Christianity
Well,
itself.
it's Abrahamic. They just adopted it from the Jews.
Well-
They don't really know why.
Well, yeah, but you know, it's that. What the fuck?
It's kind of interesting that Jews will take lefts. Might take a left-hand turn driving or walking or what have you. You'd think they'd only take rights.
Okay, hold on a sec. I want to
Two
screen
wrongs
share
don't
something
make a
cool.
right, but 3 rights make a left.
That's correct. So you can always turn right. Just takes longer to get where you're going.
What the fuck?
So there's a sausage coming out of a guy's mouth, and that's someone's daughter? I don't get it.
So, does everyone in here know the term Netflix and chill?
Yeah, it means to have
Oh.
sex.
Yeah.
Okay, so this thing that Netflix does is after you watch it and you have it on autoplay and it plays the next thing, after it does that a couple times, a thing pops on the screen, pauses the video, and asks, are you still watching?
Are you still watching?
But how would
Yeah.
they know that you're not? That's kind of creepy.
Well, it's not that they know for sure. It's just that they know people leave it running to fall asleep to.
Uh-huh.
Right. So, somewhere in the world, someone's daughter's taking a giant sausage to the mouth to Netflix saying, "Are you still watching?"
Okay, that's fucked up. But look at this. Glowing hot metal meets ice.
I thought it was a piece of cheese.
I know, that's what I thought too. But that was a Dorito chip.
Listen to the scream.
That looks awesome. What the fuck?
Not actually cool yet. Time lapse.
I just thought I'd share that little interesting thing.
Yeah.
I like it. Hey, I saw a guy do this on a YouTube video. He took molten aluminum and poured it into a large fish tank, which was filled with water absorbent pellets
Mm-hmm.
that had fully absorbed all that they could. And it was really interesting because it had all of the cooling effect you'd expect, but it also had channeling because it was essentially full of water balls, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And the effect of that is he got out of it a solid singular aluminum tree looking thing that had the imprint of negative balls all over it.
Wow.
It's really cool looking. I should find that now that I said so much about it.
You had me in negative balls all over.
My stepsister used to say, if I had as many sticking out as I've had sticking in, I'd be a pink porcupine. How loud is my keyboard when I'm typing at it?
All right, we didn't hear it.
Oh, cool. Links in private chat.
Nice. And on that note, I think I'll save it for myself.
It's really interesting stuff, actually. Okay, I'm going to go attempt unconsciousness.
Yeah.
All right. Have a nice night.
Get going.
Yeah,
It was
well, I'm
great
literally
being able
about
to-
to end, so that's good.
Thanks, midnight.
It was lovely finding the time in my day to spend some time with you, gents.
It was
Truly
lovely
appreciate
having you.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone. Peace and respect.
Bye.
Good night.
Sea turtles choking on plastic, lesbians. You know what? We're ending on that.